From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, April the 12th, 2019. All of the votes from Israel's general elections Tuesday have now been counted, checked, and rechecked, and the Central Elections Committee published those final tallies today. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's Likud party gained one more seat, leading with 36 seats now in total. Benny Gantz's Blue and White Party was confirmed at 35 seats. Shas with 8 seats. United Torah Judaism lost 1 seat, leaving them with 7. Hadash Ta'al, which is one of the Arab parties, had 6 seats. Labor 6. Avigdor Lieberman's Yisrael Beitenu had 5 seats. The Union of Right-Wing Parties also with 5 seats. Meretz, Kulanu, and the other Arab party, Ra'am Balad, got 4 seats each. The New Right Party, led by Naftali Bennett and Ayelet Shaked, came very close, but ultimately did not cross the threshold to be a part of the Knesset. Neither did Zehut or Gesher. In announcing the results of the elections, the committee's chair, Justice Hanan Meltzer, said the results are still subject to possible change before they are officially submitted to Israel's president, Reuven Rivlin, on April the 17th, though that is unlikely at this point. Benny Gantz called Netanyahu today and tweeted, "I spoke with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu after the counting of the votes was concluded and the real results came in, and I congratulated him on his success in the elections." Gantz wrote, "We will continue to serve the citizens of Israel," to which Netanyahu replied his thanks and wrote, "We will bring Israel back to peace, everyone in his job." Some 7,000 Palestinians gathered at various locations along the Gaza security fence today, where rioters threw rocks and firebombs at IDF soldiers who responded with tear gas and live fire when necessary. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry said that a teenage boy was shot and killed and several others wounded. A number of American Jewish organizations sent a letter today to President Donald Trump ahead of the release of the U.S. peace plan for Israel and the Palestinians. In the letter, it asks Trump to, quote, "pledge that any peace initiative your administration proposes will be based upon the principle of a negotiated two-state solution," and, quote, "make clear that the United States will not support any Israeli proposals to annex the West Bank in whole or in part." If you recall, just before Election Day, Netanyahu suggested he would annex parts of the West Bank. 9 Jewish groups signed onto the letter, which was organized by the Israel Policy Forum, among them the Anti-Defamation League, the Central Conference of American Rabbis, the National Council of Jewish Women, the Rabbinical Assembly, the Union for Reform Judaism, and the United Synagogue of Conservative Judaism. Well, words of encouragement and support have been pouring in from around the world for Israel's attempt at landing a spacecraft on the moon last night. Preliminary information from the engineering teams of Space IL and Israel Aerospace Industries suggests that a technical glitch in one of Bereshit's components triggered a chain of events that caused the main engine of the spacecraft, which was acting as a braking mechanism, to malfunction, making it impossible to stop Bereshit's velocity. And while engineers were able to restart the engine, at that point the unmanned craft was traveling at just over 300 miles an hour, and there was not enough time to slow it down before it crashed into the moon's surface. NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine wrote on Twitter, "While NASA regrets the end of the Team Space IL mission without a successful lunar landing, we congratulate Space IL, Israel Aerospace Industries, and the State of Israel on the accomplishment of sending the first privately funded mission into lunar orbit." Associate Administrator at NASA, Dr. Thomas Zerbachin, wrote, "Space is hard, but worth the risks. If we succeeded every time, there would be no reward. It's when we keep trying that we inspire others and achieve greatness. Thank you for inspiring us, Team Space IL. We're looking forward to future opportunities to explore the moon together." And former astronaut and second man on the moon, Buzz Aldrin, tweeted condolences to the Bereshit lander, Team Space IL, for what almost was. He wrote, "Never lose hope. Your hard work, teamwork, and innovation is inspiring to all. Israel did succeed at being the 7th country in the world to make lunar orbit, and the 4th country to reach the lunar surface, just not as planned. As we reported to you yesterday, Prime Minister Netanyahu vowed that Israel would try again within 3 years. He tweeted, "This very attempt is a tremendous achievement. We will be the 4th country to land on the moon if we persist." And by the way, Team Space IL will still receive the first ever $1 million Moonshot Award from Google's Lunar X Prize in honor of their achievements and their milestone as the first privately funded entity to orbit the moon. And with Passover fast approaching, Kosher Soup Kitchen Masbia once again is making sure that all who are hungry can, in fact, come and eat. New York City Council Speaker Corey Johnson kicked off this year's emergency Passover food distribution for the needy in the New York area at Masbia's Queens location today, made possible by their Charoset Drive. Masbia, which is the only free soup kitchen serving kosher meals in New York City, has also been hosting Seders for those in need on the first 2 nights of Passover at their Borough Park, Brooklyn branch for the past 3 years, and they will do so again this year. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, April the 12th. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue, followed by Nefesh Mountain in concert. At 8, Rabbi Harold Kushner speaks at the 92nd Street Y. At 9, it's the film Third Jihad, which explores radical Islam in America. At 10:30, it's Musica. And coming up right after this newscast, it's a look at this week's Torah portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, April the 12th, 2019. I'm Teisha Bader. Shabbat Shalom.